what's up? How you guys doing? You know. Do you know? Do you know what I'm about to say? Do you know what I'm about to say right now? Yeah, social media is so interesting. I feel like for a really long time, I was like the super party girl, bad girl vibes. And then I felt like I was really neglecting this big part of who I am, and that is, a spiritual being, a being that's super connected, tapped in, super connected to the unseen realms I've always been. And so I went down a path of really connecting in more with her, letting her shine, bringing her to the forefront. And then in a way, I went down this path of, being more of a good girl, in my spiritual essence. And now I just feel that inner baddie knocking on the door like, bitch, we still here though. Hello. And so now it's like this integration of, yes, I am this deeply, deeply spiritual being. Very connected to the unseen realms, the angelic realms, ancestral realms. I walk with my ancestors. I walk with my angels, my guides, my cosmic team. But my little earthly self, she is re-emerging from wherever she's been, and she's like, babes, we gotta integrate. We gotta be this ethereal, beautiful being with the earthliness, anchoring it down into the human realms. Can't just exist up there all the time when we're here on earth, So yeah, it's been interesting, I went through a very, 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 very long period of shadow work. Yeah! I was in the trenches, my friends, deep in the bottom. Yep, I was there deep in the bottom, facing those demons, facing those shackles, facing those uncomfortable truths, the limiting beliefs, the negative thought patterns, the ancestral chains. Breaking free of that shit is not an easy thing. If you are breaking generational, ancestral wounds, curses, literally, like when I think back to myself as like a young teen, even early 20s, and the shit I would get, like, I was under a spell. Like, I was literally under a spell. Some of the stuff, I'm like, what the actual fuck, girl? Like, how could you not see that for what it was? Yeah. But when I think about it, it was literally spells. Deep, deep spells. So many people are under spells. And it's, ancestral, deep, deep, deep ancestral spells. And I don't want to use the word curse, but, it's been a journey to be where I am right now. Like just moving through the layers, scrolling through the layers of all the shit, man. Yeah. All that shit. And then, really, really protecting myself, putting up boundaries, being like, I am not ever in my life getting into that shit that I was in ever again. Okay, I need to move with people who see themselves. Never mind seeing me. Like, I'd love for you to see me, but you need to see yourself. At least be a little bit self-aware, and see yourself and see your own flaws and limitations, and all those things. So yeah, right now I'm at a point where it's really important for me to move with like-minded individuals. It's really important for me to move with people who understand the different dimensions of what it means to be a divine being on this earth right now. Need to be emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent. So yeah, it's been a journey, But yeah, my being is really just calling for more fun, and I'm thinking about what fun looks like for me now. Like what does fun look like and feel like, and kind of re-establishing what it means to me and wanting to have more of it, more play, more dancing, more celebrating, more laughter, and all those juicy things. So I can't even remember why I started making this video. What the hell? What is the intention of this? Oh my word. Just to speak, I guess, to share some of myself with my YouTube family, since we're on here. Oh yes, the integration. Yes, the integration of these, different energies that exist inside of me, and I can be this deeply spiritual, deeply connected, deeply humble, loving, light-giving, wisdom holder, sharer of joy, while also embodying this wild this wild woman who just wants to play and have fun and dance on tables, and yes. Yes, it doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be one or the other, and one doesn't contradict the other. They can exist together at the same time, and they can complement one another. So this is really an affirmation for myself, but also an affirmation for whoever is watching this, is that you can be it all, baby. Okay, we are multi-dimensional beings. We can be it all. We can be it all. We can take our offerings and our praise to the rivers, and we can cleanse in its waters and acknowledge the water beings and water spirits that live there. And we can shake our ass on the rocks after giving the offerings. And why couldn't that be an offering for those water beings as well? Our joy, our play, they love to see it. So I think that it can all exist together. And like I said, this is an affirmation for me, but if you're watching this, it's definitely an affirmation for you, that you can do and be it all, baby. Okay, you are so beautiful the way that you are. No one does it like you. You are one of one. Okay, and so it's so important to integrate all those sides of you, all those seemingly contradicting sides of you. That's what makes you so magical. That's what makes you so magical, is that you have these different parts, these different sides, and you just bring it all together in one beautiful package. And yeah, we need it. So thank you for watching. And if I didn't say it before, my name is Mila, by the way. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. And yeah, hopefully see you again soon. Please like and subscribe. Bye. Mwah.